What's up, fam? This is Luna here with another King Arthur Legends Rise video. And today I wanted to kick it off with the other little mini series I want to do about the top 3 rare specialists in the game. So if you missed it, I'll drop it at the end of the video. But I did do what my opinion is of the top 3 rares in the game based off utility of that character and many facets of the game. So today I'm going to do the same thing, but kind of look at the specialists that all these rares that'll be in this little mini series are also very good, but have to rank them somewhere, right? And just want to give my take on these specialists. So number 3 that I'm going with is Cormac, and I was thinking about who I had picked for number 2 versus Cormac, putting him at number 3. And real quick, this is reason why I'm saying Cormac's coming at 3 and he's not higher, is mainly because his relics. His Frost relic is amazing, and unfortunately you do not start out with this character with his Frost relic. I can't remember if it's the Fire or the Storm, but definitely doesn't come out with the Frost one, because I know it took me a while to get lucky to get his Frost relic. But his Frost relic, right, attacks all enemies 2 times, 366% of attack. So this can really smack. And then if you have up to 3 enemies, you're doing additional 40% attack and 18% defense. So again, he can smack really hard with his A3 here. Like this one, he gets a pretty good attack as well, attacking 1 enemy 2 times with 230% of attack, which is also really good. And then his A1 here, attack 1 enemy 2 times, total damage 58% of attack, but 50% chance to inflict evasion rate decrease 1 for 3 turns, which, I mean, it can be helpful, but one of the, I would say, more niche and mainly not needed debuff in this game. So his Frost relic, amazing. However, his other 2 relics are not that good. I don't even have them maxed out. So I would say his Storm relic is probably the second best, mainly because he can attack 1 enemy 5 times, up to, let's see, 60, another 400% of attack. So haven't actually tried this out, but this would be good against a single enemy. Then look at his A2, this is where it kind of really starts to drop off. He's attacking all enemies, but nowhere near the damage that you have on the, like you would the A3 for his Frost relic. And then looking at this one is A1, it's kind of similar, a little bit less attack, but still doing the evasion rate decrease. Coming over here to his Fire relic, attack 1 enemy 274, a little bit higher because I don't have it maxed out, so you're looking at an additional 57% there, 52% there. So I don't feel like doing the math off the top of my head right now. But then attacks on enemies, total damage 95% attack. For what I have it built out to, there's a little bit more than that. But again, pretty lackluster. And then A1 is pretty much the same. So Frost relic is great, his Storm relic is great. But I think that's really what puts him in number 3. I say it's still pretty close over who I'm picking for number 2, but mainly because of his other relics just are nowhere near as good, other than that Storm relic with that 1 single target attack that can do a lot of damage. But for when you would use him, he would be replaced by, say, Caliber and Arthur, right, as a single damage dealer for 1 enemy, or even an Iroet or Bedivere. But the other great thing about him is activating story and arena, and gets attack speed up 20%. So this is definitely huge in the early game, because you're not going to have the best speed gear, and you definitely want to progress in story and in arena. However, Cormac, once you get to the higher tiers of arena, I don't see him anywhere to be used once you get later on in the game. And so that's another reason it kind of drops him off into number 3, is that when you get later in the game, you're not really going to utilize Cormac at all, at least not with any given current content in the game. Who knows, it may come up with something different later on, but you know, we'll just see. But for now, as the time of this recording, this is great, but his utility also drops off later on in the game, which is the reason why I'm also putting him down as number 3 versus, you know, number 2 or number 1. But I digress. Going over equipment real quick, trying to maximize attack where I can and attack speed. I do have them in a focus set just for I think I used it for favorite dungeon. That's just what I had available. And like, this is not really the greatest gear just because it was a focus set. And I just try to give him as much speed as possible with some of these substats, just to maximize his damage. But looking at solo stats here, not a lot at all, because it's, like I said, I have my better gear on, say, my Arthur and my Iroquois, who I use more often as damage dealers over Cormac. So he is pretty fast at 227. I mean, not crazy fast, but you can have a lot of utility out of Cormac in this game. Like I said, especially early on in the story. Most of the time I go between 9.2 and 9.5, mainly because I need more of these brooches. And then also 9.5, which gives you more of these whetstones for your relics. So I don't typically use him. Let's see, if I just pop out Arthur and put in Cormac here, we can kind of see what damage you're doing. Alright, taking off auto real quick just to kind of slow things down. Obviously, you still want to have pretty well spring tuned to where you got your debuffer going first, and I'll just use this because if not, Aero would probably just smack him down anyways. But so we'll do this A3 here. We can kind of see what damage he has, even though, like I said, his damage is only like 3,100. So that's pretty good, almost 70,000 damage there. Not too bad. Like I said, if I would have put the same gear on him that I have in my Hero, obviously that damage output would be much faster. But what is great, especially in early game, like I said, with that attack speed, 20% is pretty stinking huge. So I'm just curious. I won't do it just for the timing of this video, but if I were to just take a look at, my Iroquois is at 6,000. Now obviously, as a legendary character, some of our bases are going to be better. But if I were to directly swap this over, I probably could at least get my Cormac up to 5,000. So you're looking at a 2,000 attack. So you'd probably, with that A3, when we got close to 70, you probably would get 100k, probably, would be my guess, if I had that much better gear on them. But with Iroquois, if I were to run that through, she would even have more damage than that. But I digress. So storyline, definitely for progression, is definitely great, especially with that Frost relic going against the Flame. But his other relics are not as good, so you wouldn't use them consistently in every single level of the story mode, especially when you get to the higher levels. Looking at Arena here, as you see, a lot of Ain and a lot of Brennan, and I'm trying to think of a pretty good matchup. Let's see, probably won't expect to win this, but hey, we are doing a spotlight for Cormac here, and I will say he was definitely an MVP when it came to my early progression in Arena. Let's see, I'm wondering if that aim, I'm curious if I should go for the speed of Cormac. I think I will actually. That's right, I did say. And then Brennan, throw on Brennan. Alright, I think I will switch over to his flame relic here. Yeah. So we'll try this out. Like I said, getting that attack speed 20% in Arena is huge. Definitely when it comes to the earlier stages. Alright, and it looks like they were hiding a Morgan. So they go first. That's the problem with that flame Brennan, is with their speed, if he's coming in, he's going to strip that barrier down, which doesn't help because having that counterattack where he's removing, or not removing, but he's adding that healing decay, is definitely huge. Okay, see what we do here. Again, 39,000, not too bad considering. We're going into characters that have much better equipment than the individuals in the story mode who do not have that equipment. down for the count yet. Really need to take this Nika out just because of what she can provide. And figures Arthur will just smack me down. That's why I use Arthur over Cormac. Okay, let's pop back in the arena and see if there's another not as rough team. Probably not, considering and yes, so like I said, you won't see him in many you won't see him past, I would say, what is it, 6? I can't remember. What does it go through? So you have Platinum 4, then there'll be Platinum 3. So probably, I guess, Platinum 6 or whatever, because 5, I didn't see him when I was in 5 because I was stuck in 5 forever. I didn't see him in 6 either. But like I said, for story mode though, he is great because he does have that aura again with that 20% attack speed, especially because you're not going to have the best speed in the game, and you probably don't have all your characters fully maxed out with the chivalries, because some of the chivalries you will get attack speed, at least mainly with the, I guess not no attack speed for him on any of these chivalries, but a lot of your legendary characters definitely typically get up to 15 or 30 attack speed additional once you get those higher chivalries. So Cormac is definitely a really good damage dealer. If I had better damage gear on him, that would definitely help. I did forget to go over his passives real quick, but when attacking, he gains defense increase 1 for 2 turns. If there are 3 or more enemies, 100% chance to inflict evasion rate decrease 2 on all enemies for 2 turns, right? Then he attacks all the enemies. So he's doing a lot of damage, and he's inflicting this evasion rate decrease, which is huge, so you don't have to worry about having as much hit accuracy on him as well. The 9% chance to trigger when an ally is hit heals all allies 18.9% of Cormac's defense. So he can provide a little heal there, but obviously he's not going to be doing a whole lot because you're going to be maximizing his attack over his defense, because primarily that's where his damage is coming from. But overall, I think he's a great character. I think his aesthetics are awesome, and he's very usable. He will just drop off mid to late game on your account. But definitely, if you're early on, I would highly recommend you invest in him. And I would definitely, if you don't have your Arthur or Arrowhead or Bedivere or another better DPS, he's definitely a great option when it comes to like arena, what you do want to progress in the story as well, because you want to unlock the other features of the game by getting through that story mode. But that's all I have for you guys right now. Thanks for watching to the end. And definitely, if there's some other types of videos you'd like to watch, please drop in the comments below. And thanks for stopping by.